members of the royal family must always behave in a proper and decent manner. There is a French expression that reads noblesse oblige, nobility obliges. Due to their privileged position, our Swedish royalty expect you to behave well. Some things just don't fit. Add to that today's media climate combined with digitization and not least the rise of social media, and that means the press and scrutiny of royalty is intensifying. Advanced cameras. Moreover, when each of us now has a smartphone with advanced cameras, it becomes even more important that you, as a royal or elected official, actually have the sense to behave decently. Both King Carl Gustaf and Prince Daniel are very strict about this. As far as we know, there are no inappropriate photos or videos of our royal family members on the internet or in various chat rooms. Our head of state and the crown princess's husband are blameless. Ended up in a foxhole. However, that doesn't mean they can avoid anything that seems inappropriate. Something both the king and Daniel have recently become aware of. It was the national holiday and subsequent party that had Prince Daniel and the monarch in the trenches. This year's national holiday was particularly eventful. Sweden turned 500 years old, just as our king celebrated his 50th year on the throne. The royal couple began their day in Strängnäs, which is where Gustaf Vasa was elected king on June 6, 1523. There were speeches by King Carl Gustaf, Riksdag Speaker Andreas Norlin, 50, Prime Minister Ulf Kristersson, 59, and Governor Beatrice Ask, 67. Dress like a knight. Around the same time as the celebration in Strängnäs, Crown Princess Victoria and Prince Daniel, 45, opened the gates of the royal palace in Stockholm. Everyone was welcome to celebrate National Day on the castle grounds. Entrance to the castle's halls and museums was free, and activities were organized for children where they could, among other things, dress up as knights. Everything went well, without scandals. But by the evening the fever had risen. It was time for the traditional celebration in Skansen. The royal family left the castle on horseback and in a carriage and traveled in a motorcade to Saladensinen in Skansen, where they could follow the whole celebration on SVT starting at 2000 hours. Met the hostess. After the festivities in Skansen, the king and queen invited about 800 guests to a big National Day reception at the Nordic Museum in Royal Djurgården. And then it happened, the king and Prince Daniel met their mistress. It was Stoppa Pressarna that reported that the 47-year-old policewoman Linda H. Stoff had an affair with her then boss Mats Lofving, who tragically passed away in February this year. However, the affair with Lofving was just the beginning for the blonde policewoman. Stoppa Pressarna reported that 59-year-old OB Michael Biden cheated on his loyal wife Anita Karlman, 64. The voluptuous general had been with his wife for 33 years, 23 of which he was married, when he fell in love with a pretty, shapely policewoman with plucked eyebrows and a seductive look. Sweden's most famous mistress. After all the revelations, Linda H. Stoff has become Sweden's most famous mistress. She was now transferred to the police force and was never allowed to start working for the Ministry of Justice. Linda H. Stoff was previously head of intelligence at the National Police Operations Unit, NOA, and she was one of Sweden's most respected and well-known police officers. She is now best known as a mistress. Now B and Linda H. Stoff have decided to be frank about their love. The secrecy is gone. Lack of impulse control and morality. Michael Biden brought his lover to the National Day celebrations. The general apparently thought it was appropriate. There was no escaping the fact that both Prince Daniel and King Carl Gustaf came to meet the woman who is now best known for her role as the mistress of a reckless general with a lack of impulse control and morals. Photos from the National Day celebration at the Nordic Museum with Mistress Linda H. Stoff, Prince Daniel and King Carl Gustaf are available online for all to see. The queens were able to defend themselves.